G'day guys, welcome back. I'm trying my phone today instead of my little camera, so let's see how this goes. So today I'm going to try my blues and greens. I did speak about them I think a couple of weeks ago that I was going to do blues and greens on a bigger canvas. So today's the day. Today we have a 40 centimetre by 80 centimetre canvas, which is a 16 by 32 inch. And I'm going to do 4 flip cups. Now, a few days ago, I saw a video by Bakerboo. Hi! And she did an experiment with 4 different, I guess, pouring base coat techniques. One was dry on the canvas, one was a bit of water, one was painting your pouring medium on, and one was pouring your background on. So anyway, I thought I'd give it a go because I've always poured on a dry canvas. So today I've made a white base coat, and I've used, this is my mix that I use: 3 parts Floetrol, 1 part PVA, half a part pouring medium, and a 1/4 part water. So you can convert them to cups. And for the white base coat, I've just used this Artist Loft white, and I've mixed it 4 parts pouring medium to 1 part paint. And I've added a little bit of water because I wanted it to be the background, I wanted it to flow better. If you're in Australia, if you can't get the Artist Loft, just use your Global or your Liquitex Basics, whatever you can find, and mix it 4 to 1. Now I'm going to keep layering. I've done 1 layer of each colour, and then I'll talk to you as I go. And once I flip the cups over, then I can also tell you about the colours, because I'd like to leave them flipped over for a couple of minutes. So I'll take that opportunity to chat with you then. So I've got 1 layer of each colour in my cup so far, and here goes the second layer. This one's a navy blue. It's Deep Space by Global. One of my favourite all-time colours. I did make up 2 cups of this blue. That's it there as well, because I wanted dark light, dark light, dark light. I didn't want this light blue and this light green next to each other. So I thought I'll just make up some extra navy and put that between and see how that goes. So I've got a mixture of Global paints and Liquitex Basics today. The Global paints I've mixed 3 parts pouring medium to 1 part Global paint. And the Liquitex Basics I've put 4 parts of my pouring medium to 1 part of Liquitex Basics. Liquitex is a lot more pigmented, highly pigmented paint, so it can handle being diluted a little bit more, and also when you mix it in the cup, it's really quite thick. So it can tolerate being mixed a little bit with more pouring medium. And I have added a touch of water as well. You can see that one's a little bit thicker. I'm only doing 2 layers. Use up all my paint. And I have got 4 drops of treadmill silicone oil in each cup. I love how this light blue goes with the navy. It looks really pretty. So I'm having navy on the other side of this. This is the Liquitex Basics one, this light blue. I'll show it to you in a minute. Okay, so that one's gone. Another empty cup. Some more of our lovely navy. Use it all up. I think on this canvas I'm going to have about 1400 grams of paint. 4 cups cups with about 350 grams in each, so roughly about 1400 grams of paint, I think, for a 40 by 80 centimetre canvas. Finish off this green. This is also a Liquitex Basics green. So the only two that I've got with the Global today are the navy blue, the deep space, and the dark green, which is called Deep Sea. Okay, that's that one gone. And I think I'll just finish it off with a little bit of white. I'll just plop that through the centre from up high, just to mix a little bit. I think it's nice having a variety of brands of paint as well, because they all act differently together. So you get a nice combination of cells just because of the different types of paint. Okay, now I need to move these right out of the way so I can bring my canvas back down. Put marks here where it needs to be, so that it's in frame. There we go. Okay, full cups. Hopefully I don't make too much of a mess. Oops, that one. Oh, my corners are covered, that's a good thing. Okay, and number 4. Now, I just got to push them up to the corners, up to the top a little bit. Wow, look at those cells. So I want my corners covered. Okay, now that can sit there for a while we talk about paint. So, that's the deep space in the Global. Nice navy blue. That one is the Deep Sea. You see the difference? The navy blue and the really dark green. And then we have, I cut this because I had to get the paint out, so I cut it in half and then I can scrape each sides. Liquitex Basic Brilliant Yellow Green, that one. And Liquitex Basic Bright Aqua Green. Liquitex Basic Light Blue Permanent. Beautiful colour that, love that one. And I think these 3 all go really nicely together. Now you can't really see that very well, but it's the treadmill silicone. And I've already showed you the Artist Loft White. Okay, I think that's all I needed to talk to you about. I do weigh all my paints. I weigh them on a little digital scale. So for the deep space, I had 180 grams of pouring medium to 60 grams of paint, and for the Liquitex Basics I did 160 grams of pouring medium to 40 grams of paint. So yeah, that's how I did that. Just wait for a minute for these paint to drop down and to mix in together. With the white background, I just used 1 cup of white to do that, and I poured it on and then I just spread it out with this little spatula. I think it's a cake icing or decorating spatula. So I used that, and then I just rubbed the sides with my finger just to get the sides covered. Okay, and I will torch in a bit. That's the butane blowtorch that I use. I don't like the little ones where you have to refill from the bottom. I'd prefer just to use that, and then when the can's empty I just put a new can on it. I just get that from Bunnings. Okay, let's do this. Look at those cells popping up. Now I'm not sure how much paint I'm going to have in these, whether I've got just enough to come down or whether I've got enough to come back up. We'll see. Oops, I've got a bit to come up. You don't know until you've got to the bottom and you can still feel the weight of the paint in the cup. Move that one down a bit so I can come up the side like that and over the corner. Right. Well, those are pretty colours, aren't they? Gorgeous. Now I'm just going to torch it to get rid of the air bubbles and bring up the cells. Now I've spoken to you before about these bendy bits here, these curved bits when I take the cup back up. So what I'm going to have to try and do is get them to come over the edge because I don't really like how they leave points. But I didn't want to just drag the paint down and then have lots of paint left in the cup. And then you put it up the centre and then it's a bit muddy. So sort of a 50-50 of what do? Do you take it back up and have the curve, or do you put it down later and end up with mud? So anyway, I've done it like this. We'll see how it goes. Quick torch. Lots of bubbles to be popped. PVA glue is notorious for bubbles. If you don't pop them, you'll get little pits. There's lots of cells there. I don't want to torch up there. So bring these little cells to the surface, and then as I tilt, they'll grow. We'll end up with bigger cells. So that's the plan. All right, turn that off. So I'm going to tilt over my corners and the edges back and forth. There's a little, don't really like that corner there. I've got a little bit of paint in the cups if I need them, but as I said before, I don't really like using that leftover paint in the cup. It's a bit muddy. It's mixed already, you know, it's tipped out, it's come back, then you tip it out again, and it's just mixed too much. And I don't really like that effect. Okay, I'm going to go down towards you in that corner first, I think. It's heavy, lots of paint on here. So flowing quite easily with that white background, so that's a good sign. Back again. To the other corner. Oops, it's going a bit faster than what I'm used to. I have to slow down with my tilting. I don't mind if it's got a white corner there. I've just stuck my finger in it now, I'm going to have to fix that. Just bringing the weight back down again to centre up my lines. And I'm going to have little white stripes through it by the looks of it, where the paint has pushed up against the white and the white sort of popped up to the centre. That's okay, I don't mind that. Now I'm going to turn this around if I can without messing anything up. Oops. Last thing I want to do is drop it. Put it back in my little lines there. Okay, well, I'm loving the colours so far. Now I'm just going to go back towards you. Try and go slowly. As I said, this paint mix, it's running a lot faster on the white background. I'm not used to it moving so quickly. I don't know whether I should go this way and try and get that white, otherwise everything's going to move with it. We'll see. Just go off the edge down the bottom first and see what it looks like. And if I want to go off to the side, I will. So this bottom bit here has gone over, but these two haven't. So I'm going to move the paint that way a little bit to get the weight of the paint to go that way, and then off there, off the bottom. There it goes. You can still see this curve here that I didn't particularly want. But I don't know that I can move it a lot more. I'm already starting to lose my cells up here, my cell shape up here. So I'll take it back this way because this has been elongated that way. Don't know, still don't know if I should go that way. Try and get those. I'll try a little bit, see if I can get down there. I can always take the paint back that way, as long as I'm not overstretching up here. Just a tough call to make whether or not you want to do it or not. Go all that way. And then come back. Just gone over the edge. I'll just help it a touch. I'm not going to worry about that corner. Those two bottom corners can stay white. I don't mind that. Okay. Now, I want to bring the weight of the paint back down this way a little bit because, as I said, these are starting to elongate, so I'm going to just bring the weight of the paint back that way a little bit. Got a lot of paint on here. I think because of the background as well, you end up having a lot more paint than what you're used to. I'm just trying to get this to go that way, so I'm putting the weight of the paint there and then moving it back a bit. So whatever section you want to move, you need to bring your paint back that way so that you can move it. And now we'll go straight down. I'll have to get some of this paint off, it's too much. Feel how heavy it is. It'll take so long to dry if I leave all this on. So, background, white background, the paint certainly does flow faster. Not sure yet what I think of it. Let me torch, see if there's, these, as I said, are a bit elongated here. Because the paint's moved so fast, the cells have had more chance to stretch. When I don't have a white or painted background, the paint moves slower, and I think that doesn't stretch as much. Let's see if I can get some more cells to pop up under here anyway. See if I can get some smaller ones to pop up just to help cover up those big ones. See if anything wants to pop up under here. Once all the silicones come to the surface, you won't get any more cells. To stand in paint. Okay. Well, I like the colours on that. They're really pretty. It's a shame I couldn't get to these corners. But the colours are really pretty. So it's surprising, there's so much paint on there. It was moving really quickly. I'm surprised I couldn't get to those two corners. Maybe it's just a matter of picking it up and just really tilting quite vigorously, get everything covered and leave it. I did do a painting that was, I did it like that, and it worked really well, instead of going slowly, slowly, slowly. So I might try that again. So I have got some smaller cells that have popped up in over here. You can see they're smaller, so you know those are the ones that have popped up with my torching. I wonder if I can move this down a little bit. Not really. This is moving too much. I'll just leave it. We have to learn to leave our paintings alone and not keep fiddling and fiddling. All right, let me see if I can take you in for a close-up with my camera, my phone instead of my camera. First time using this, so hopefully it works out okay. Now, how do I zoom in? Oh, no, wrong way. Okay, how's that? What do you think of that? I really like those colours, and I'm really glad I put that extra cup of navy in. Otherwise it might have been a little bit too pale. And I quite like the white lines in between. And they sort of match the white corners. Haven't had a lot of white pop up in the actual painting itself, so those bits of white are nice. But overall, yeah, I'm quite happy with that. And hopefully the colours are a little bit more correct on the phone than they were on my camera. When I look back on the YouTube videos, I think, oh, they just don't look as bright as they do in real life. They look a little bit dull, but hopefully the phone here's got a better camera on it and will take really good shots, more lifelike. All right, so come along and join the Australian Acrylic Pouring group on Facebook. You can see all these videos. You'll also see my dried videos. Actually, I'll show you the one I did the other day, now that it's dry. Almost dry. This one, it's the one with the, I called it my Mysterious and Moody, with the rose gold or copper, turquoise and black. So yeah, I'm really happy with that one. Still a bit wet in the middle. And this one's dry now. That one is the metallics with a tiny little bit of smoky blue in it. That one's really pretty too. Okay, best leave it there. I think I'll do another painting in these colours. I really like these together. So that's it for me for now. I'll see you for the next time. Bye for now.